A very good morning to you and welcome back to K24 this morning. My name is Mungala Mbuvi. Today being a Thursday, we are Tuesday. Wow. Today it's been fast forward Kwanini, but you know what? Today being a Tuesday, we are talking about money and finance. However, today we want to focus on customer service. It's an entire week of customer service, and that's why I have professionals from that particular area to talk about customer service. So if you're a customer or if you provide customer service at any one point, then this is the day for you. So keep in touch with us through the social media handles or even the line on your screen right now. You can also text us on 21222. Meanwhile, let me introduce my panel. I have Faith Muturi. How are you doing, Faith?
Fantastic.
Yeah. Delve Training Limited, managing partner. So that means that when you, the last time I had you on the show, I had you here as a thought leader. And you literally guided my thoughts to places I never thought. But now I understand that you're a managing partner.
But my identity is I'm a thought leader, but that's my role now.
Yeah, nice, awesome. Then I'm also joined by Job Njiru, who's the Customer Experience Director at KCB.
That's right.
Let's just be clear here. Ni KCB the bank.
KCB the
Hapa
bank.
nimeketi na pocket mzima ya Kenya. You guys they have been buying companies left and center. NBK.
Ingiza kadi tu nitakupa noti mpya usijali.
Or nikiingiza kwako unatafuta mpya. You know what? I'm going to try that in a few minutes. Then we also have Stella Kamau, the Group Customer Experience Manager at ABM Group. Wow. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you very much.
Nimeketi na watu wa nguvu tena sana. Yeah. Let's first of all talk about. I want us to focus on something called the customer, because a lot of times people have said that the customer is the most important person. Customer is king, but there have been arguments before that also your employees should be satisfied before you even satisfy the customer. So just so that we can get that out of the way, Faith, let's start with you. Who is important here? Is it the customer? Is it the employee?
Yeah. Actually, there's been a shift from customer service to customer experience.
Wow.
And that now we don't have customer outside and staff. Both are customers. It's simply
the customer
internal
and the
customer.
staff.
Yes, it's simply the internal customer and the external customer.
Si batu moja namlipa. See, I'm paying my staff.
I like that.
And yet huyu wa nje ananiletea do nilipe hao wa ndani.
Nilipe hao wengine, but huyo wa nje atakuja as depending on how huyu wa ndani atamtreat.
Okay.
You get, so it's just the understanding that the external customer experience is based on the internal customer experience. That internally, if we're not okay, it would be an amazing experience externally.
True.
And I think customers want an authentic experience. Nowadays, it's not smile. You know, even on phone, you can have, for example, any call center can say all the right things, but you're upset.
Right.
Because it's not saying the right things. It has to be authentic. It has to be an experience.
Yeah.
It's not the do's and don'ts. So now we say the customer is both internal and external, and both are as important. But to take care of the external customer, you must start with the internal customer.
Yeah.
So that's why it's now of customer experience, because an experience has to be authentic.
Yes.
And it's not the do's and don'ts. It's not who brings in what. It's can we have a good experience internally? Right. So that when guys come, they have a good experience as well. And that now even the guy coming is no longer an outsider coming in.
Okay.
They are part and parcel of the business.
Let me talk to someone who is, like I said, the pocket of this country. I mean, you guys have employed people from left, right, and center.
That's right.
Do you agree with what Faith is saying, that now your staff members are more or less, you know, customers?
Totally agree, and it's not even in quotes at all. They are customers, and we have divided it into two. We have your external and your internal, and both are customers.
Wow.
And what we're doing is that we even measure customer satisfaction also internally.
All right.
In terms, and many organizations are doing this, where they are rating the support of their own internal partners.
Yeah.
How are you serving me? If it's your IT department, how is it interrelating with your finance department? How are you serving each other?
Kwanza hao watu wa IT lazima mkwe careful now.
Because, and you see, because there's a direct impact. If you don't talk to each other, if you're not serving each other properly internally, then it reflects externally.
All right.
There is no way you can go and give all the smiles and chocolates out there and your systems are not working internally. So you have first to handshake internally, and then that reflects now to your external customer.
Right.
That's right.
I don't know, Stella, ABM Group, how important is, you know, that customer experience for your customers in regards to also what he's saying and what she said internal customers.
So I'll agree with what they've said. Huh? Your external customer experience is only as good as your internal customer experience.
True.
And there's a very big relationship between employee experience and customer experience.
Yes.
And customer experience is it focuses on the entire customer journey, while customer service focuses on the direct support to the customer.
Yes.
So it's part of customer experience. And there's a gentleman called Tom Peters who said, to wow your customer, you must wow those who wow your customers. So you have to focus on your employees.
Sounds like a tongue twister.
Yeah. You have to focus on your employees. Because if your employees are not happy, then your external customer is not likely to be happy. So the big focus is on employee experience to impact customer experience.
So clearly happiness is an inside job.
Absolutely.
Because you have to, what we have agreed now, we have to take care of our internals so we can take care of our externals. How do we make sure that our employees our staff members are satisfied so that when they have to deal with that very angry customer who comes, you know, to get whatever service, is, you know, taken care of really well? Is it we need to make sure that the environment is conducive for work, or do we increase their money? Because at the end of the day, mimi nipatie do. I do not care which customer you give me. An angry one, an ugly one, they are good.
Or hungry.
Or a hungry one. Me, as long as nikona do. Throw anyone at my, you know, my direction.
I think people have become complex. So it's more than one big fix. But what we must look at is what are their intrinsic needs. Intrinsic needs are those things that, you know, you can increase money and keep increasing money, and then what? So I think first you look at the intrinsic needs. There's a major conversation on wellness. How is this person doing? And that's where you'll find a lot of organizations are looking at, are we chipping in? Are we contributing to your physical well-being, emotional well-being? Are we looking at your social well-being, work-life balance? Because if you're stretched too much, you won't be able to take care of the external customers. How are you internally before you look at externally? So that's one. So a major conversation on wellness, a major conversation on training and equipping people, as simple as emotional intelligence. I'm having a bad day, I'm supposed to smile at a customer, how do I do it? So first is take care of the customer internally. Am I well? And then equip the customer. How do I deal with an angry customer? How do you deal with difficult customers? And we love saying they're
difficult. How difficult?
And I say difficult in quotes because I think they're just different. Because if you can't cope with them, guess what?
No faith. They're just difficult. Something is not right. But
something's wrong somewhere. Maybe someone knows you as that customer movie. And I'm teasing. But then we simply say, because there's someone who will say, I can't cope with this person. But imagine your competitor will take them gladly. So we say, how do you deal with a different type of customers and understand what their needs are? So for the internal customer, is saying about their wellness, saying are they equipped? Do they know how to impact the customer, how to connect to the customer? And then are they enjoying? Are they enjoying their job? And we also talk of we're living in the purpose generation, where the internal customer, the employee wants, there must be more to this. Am I serving a bigger good? And is this in line with my purpose? So things have become more comprehensive. And so taking care of all that.
I think I'm going to open the phone lines at this particular point and invite guys at home or at the office, or if you're watching us via live stream, let us know what has been your worst customer service experience. As we celebrate the Customer Service Week, what has been your worst customer service experience, whether you're a customer or you're the person providing that particular service? If someone has ever called you and insulted you because the service wasn't as good, or you called, you know, a customer service agent and they didn't treat you well, I just want to know, what was the worst? Find us on Twitter at K24 TV, Instagram as well. You can also text us on 21222. Call the number on your screens. Tafadhali would love to hear from you. And as we wait for that call, let me get to Mr. Njiru here. Njiru, there is a perception that, you know, to a customer service, people are going through stress. But they are human beings just like you and me. They go through heartbreaks the same way we do. They do get broke just like me and you. You know, they have a bad day like you and me. So how do they get in that frame of mind to just deal with a difficult customer like myself? I have a problem.
Well, you're absolutely right. It is one of the hardest jobs, really, I can say. Being on the front line. Really, you're the first line of defense.
Exactly.
And sometimes even the customers forget that the person that's on the other end is a human being. He's a mother, he's a father, or he's a son and daughter of somebody else. So the kind of sometimes insults and the kind of stuff that they go through is amazing. And I can tell you at the start of my career, I once walked through a call center that I was working at.
Okay.
And I found an agent, you know, barking. And I'm wondering, why is this poor girl barking? You know,
barking
like
at a customer or just barking in the office?
Barking, woo, woo, woo.
Oh, like
and
literally
a customer
barking.
who was on the other line who had said, my friend, back. And you see, you find the agent was just there, woof, woof, woof. And she was, you know, literally crying.
That's weird.
And I had to go to the floor and get these, you know, lady off. And, you know, that's when you realize, look, the first training is that it's not personal.
Yeah.
Don't ever take it personal. Separate, you know, the instance where it's touching on you as a human being and get the real issue.
Okay.
And unfortunately, many people call in or write in or, you know, they vent their own personal issues, and this is an outlet.
Onto an
calling
agent.
either a call center or an agent is their outlet from their own other, let's say, frustrations and motivations.
Yeah.
So we train our people to be empathetic.
All right.
Listen, separate the issue, get to know what do you need to work on, what do you need to sort.
Yeah.
So a lot of training goes, that's where Faith and team comes in.
Yeah.
In terms of, you know, offering that kind of sort of facilitation for our agents.
Okay.
And then the issue of wellness also comes in.
Okay.
Like we have just launched also a wellness week alongside the customer service week.
I will hold you on that particular thought because we have a Joshua from Kirinyaga. Joshua, good morning.
Morning, Buvi.
How are you doing, sir?
Salama kabisa hapa Kirinyaga, kwema kabisa.
So what has been your worst customer care experience?
Well, number one, to me there is no such thing as a customer care.
Why?
To me, I think the word customer care was coined by competent companies and corporates.
Okay.
To try and handle an aggrieved client.
All right.
Because I always believe that if indeed your service provider is giving you what you deserve and what you paid for,
yes,
I wouldn't even need anyone to be nice to me or any explanations or you know, someone just to make you feel good. I'll give you an example, Bobby.
All right, sawa.
How many barbershops have customer care? Yes, if there is an industry that has loyal clientele, it's the barber industry.
I agree.
You'll hear a guy who gets a Nyolawadi sticker and he's in Meru, akakwambia, hey bwana, hizi ndevu zinanisumbua, lakini bwana, I have to go the way mpaka Rio nikanyelewe na jamaa wangu.
Yes, Joshua.
And that movie, of course, the only place that I find customer care indeed working as what it should be is in a police station, because it's a place where you expect things to be rough. And so when someone is trying to be kind to you, then you feel that at least they are changing from the normal expectations that you may have on them. But on companies that have paid for services and goods, I wouldn't want to get back to them because I have issues or complaints and then they won't look nice to me. They should offer services. They should not give me a road deal. Finally, Bugi, a request.
Joshua, asanti tena sana. Joshua, clearly, and what you said is absolutely true. So I keep on inviting your calls, lakini ukinipigia simu tafadhali, do not mention ati nilienda kwa kampuni A, B, C, D, wakanitukana. Just let me know how that experience was so we can keep the conversation very neutral. So Stella, let me just come straight to you because I was going to get to you at one point. This gentleman, Joshua from Kirinyaga, has said that if I pay for my services, I'm paying to get airtime, I'm paying to withdraw money from a bank, I'm paying to have my shoes shined, I'm paying to have my hair cut. I do not need you to be polite to me because I'm paying for the service. Isi tafadhali. Do you agree with him?
Well, so two things. Did he say he doesn't need for the company to be polite to him, or he doesn't need service at all if things are going well?
He was saying that the customer service is just a facade, you know, for them to cover up their issues and so on and so forth. But he was saying if I am paying for, say, a haircut, I've paid 200 bob, cut my hair. Hii story zingine za hapa katikati tuache. Yeah. So as we answer that, let's get also James from Iten. James, good morning. JMO.
Yes.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
What is your question or comment? My
comment is on customer service week.
Yes, sir.
I have an experience, what experience I have had.
Yeah.
Is it possible to be more specific from which company?
Come again?
Is it good if I mention the particular company?
Please just withhold that name and tell us how the experience was.
Okay, my experience.
Yeah.
Actually, I I made some subscription on
What happened in that subscription?
Yeah, I paid on a wrong account. Then I called customer care.
Yes.
I was actually told it will be rectified in 4 hours' time.
Okay.
Now, it took me 3 full weeks.
3 weeks?
3 weeks.
Okay.
Every day I wanted to watch TV. I had to call customer care.
Yes.
They give you temporary service for 4 hours.
Yeah.
It goes off.
Yes.
I stay the whole day without service.
Wow. Pole sana.
Next day I have to call. I'm given 3 hours for 1 day.
Yeah.
Then it goes off for 3 weeks.
So, James, was the issue rectified?
After 3 weeks.
Okay. Pole sana for that, eh?
That was a very worst experience for me.
Pole sana, my brother. We also have someone else on the line. Good morning. Evelyn, habari yako?
Sana.
What is your worst customer care experience?
Yeah, unfortunately, it was with KCV, and I'm happy you have the KCV guy there. So it serves as a feedback to them.
All right.
As late as last week, they've been having, I think, system issues. And they have their call center. So once you call the call center and maybe you're at the supermarket, the experience I had, the lady who was on the other end spoke as if she was speaking to the machine, you know. Like, if you do not have any other, she disregarded. I didn't have the opportunity to press what I wanted to say. And she disconnected even the option of giving the feedback. So she was doing it as, for it to pass, that she's accepted the call.
Was your issue?
And it's something.
Was your issue rectified, Evelyn?
It wasn't. It was a system issue. I was at the supermarket. The card couldn't work. I couldn't go to the ATM to withdraw.
What we shall do, Evelyn?
Instead of telling me that their systems were down and maybe help me find another option.
All right.
She decided to. It was as if it was a rant. Sorry to say so.
Evelyn, what we shall do? Now that Mr. Njiru is here, amesikia shida yako, your details have been taken. He will personally attend to it. Sawa?
Yes, I had even complained and nothing was done to no further action.
I got you. I got you, Evelyn. Sasa niko na yeye hapa hivi personally. Hata kusort personally. Sawa? All right. So clearly, we've had those 3 people going through the different problems. We were getting back to you in regards to, I am paying for a service. Do I need again to have someone pamper me?
Our customer experience mission is get it right the first time. Which means if you get it right the first time, the customer is going to have a really great experience all through. Despite whatever department they're going to deal with in your organization. If you don't, the negative experience is going to have a domino effect and a whole lot of things are going to go wrong. If everything is going right, then you may not have to speak to the customer at all, if everything is going right. And one of the big things to make sure that happens is digitizing customer experience, I have an example. Do you watch Netflix?
Yes, I do.
For your Netflix to consistently give you great service, do you have a friend there? Do you know someone there?
No.
But it works.
Yeah, it works for me.
And you never have to call anybody there to fix your issues for you. So digitizing processes, customer experience processes, is a really big part of that. Ensuring great customer experiences and delivering convenience. And you know, convenience is a new customer experience currency.
Okay. Faith. Do you agree with what that first caller said, that as long as I'm paying for the service, I really don't need someone else to call me and start asking me questions. How was it? What do you want to improve? He may just want to it's 200 bob, I've paid 200 bob to Mizan.
Absolutely. Customers want you to get it right the first time. So if you're not doing the right thing, then you want to pamper them, it doesn't work. On the other hand, customers want a personalized experience, because if he said, I want it this way, if you don't do it that way, he'll have an issue. So it's that dynamic of don't bombard me and get into my space so much, but get to know me. Somehow, get to know me, because this is what I wanted. Yeah. And digitizing really is the way to go. And the thing is that even as you look at the future of customer experience and what customers want, they want more personalized service. What does that mean? The data conversation is a tricky one, but as long as you have my track record, you have my information, I don't want to keep repeating this is what I want. I want you, if you already know that this is the product I normally buy, do you already have it ready for me? If I normally buy this time and you know by this time maybe I need a refill, will you reach out to me? So it's a dynamic of, can it be convenient? Don't bombard me with too many messages, but can you personalize the information to me? But the other thing we talk about a lot, that it's not about the facts, it's about the experience. If you hear a lot of complaints that came, they didn't talk about the product so much. Like that lady was like, oh, I'm stuck at the supermarket. I called, the person hung up. The issue at times is not, other than once something doesn't go right. And the truth is, as long as human beings are there, and like Bill Gates said, customers know that something may go wrong. But they want to know you'll do everything possible to make it right. So the thing is, at that point, and even before, it's about the experience. And we talk about pain versus pleasure. By the end of the day, was the experience pleasurable? And why that guy goes to his barber? Trust me, most likely he didn't go to the barber next to his house.
It's this one guy.
He goes somewhere, and it's because of the experience.
I also have a barber that I like. Meanwhile, Elizabeth kutoka Embakasi, habari yako?
Mzuri.
Wambaje?
Niko mzima.
All right, what is your customer experience?
Okay, I've been with this bank for a long time. I've been their customer. And I had good experience. But for the last 1 month, I've been a very disappointed customer. I had requested for a loan. Then every time I call, I'm told there are certain issues that will be resolved in 24 hours.
So it has got nothing to do with you, it's the system?
At times, I'll be told it's the system. Another day, I'm told, I call the main branch. In CBD. Then I'm told, go consult your branch somewhere in the industrial area. Then I go to industrial area. I call their number. I tell them connect me. Then the person in the street tells me go to the main branch. So I get confused in between. I reached a point. I told them, can I leave around that loan? I don't need it anymore because for 1 month, every day is a story. Every day is a story.
Pole sana.
So I felt disappointed. Then after a month, after forgetting about it, then later I get a message. The issues have been resolved. You see, if I could get a feedback that this and this is happening, other than going around circles.
Pole sana, Elizabeth.
I felt like, okay, thank you.
Pole sana. Now, let me get now to you, Job. The issue, there's a gentleman and a chick who called, and they both had some very, not so good experiences. The one for the TV and the one for the bank. Now, what happens in such a case, or rather, what should happen in such a case? You've gone 3 weeks, you've not watched your TV, you've been embarrassed at the till, you're trying to pay for your goods and services. What should happen in such a situation?
I think, Buvi, it speaks into what we were saying about your internal customers and your own internal systems. Because, as Faith said, systems go wrong, irrespective of business. I mean, in fact, the best customer experience is when you recover, when you get back and how you respond to the customer. They'll understand that either the system has gone wrong, but the issue is, did you listen to me? Are you empathizing with me? Do you realize that I'm stuck in a supermarket? I don't have any other mode of payment. I don't have an alternative. How do you walk me around that emotion? That's what customer experience is all about. And then now go back internally and see how quickly do we check where there has been a breakdown of our system, process, or people, and put in a recovery plan as soon as possible for the customer. And if the recovery plan says that we can only sort these out in 7 days. Tell the customer it will be 7 days. You get me? Tell the truth. Say, look, it will be 7 days. Surprise the customer if you do it in 2 days and get back to them. They'll be more delighted than that.
You have no idea.
I think the problem that we face, I think also as customer experience, I think people, is that we are too quick to sort of delight. We are too quick to give the sweets. So we'll tell you within 24 hours, within 3 hours, we will sort it. But yet we know that the backbone of our processes, of our systems, probably does not support that. So that's why we should go back, internalize and see what do we need to change internally. Is it the people?
Yeah.
Maybe we don't have the right people in the first place.
Right.
Is it the process?
Yeah.
That doesn't work or doesn't endear itself to the customer? Yeah. Or is it the technology? Either we have the wrong technology or we don't even have the technology
at all.
Because here we are talking about even now digitizing. We are talking about a customer 360 because from one of the callers, that's what you don't have. That's why you're told go to industrial area, go to town, go to whatever, because there is no single view of this customer and what this customer wants. And if that was in place, somebody could have gone and checked and said that, wait, this hasn't been processed, or it's in process, or this is the stage at which it is at now. And you get that finite answer at that point in time.
May I add something?
Sure.
There's a research that showed the #1 complaint of customers in 2019 is not getting back to them.
Okay.
And I think every story shared, there was hardly consistent follow-up.
Wow.
And that's why, one, the customer wants you to be authentic. So if it's 7 days, don't get back to me after 7 days.
Right.
Get back to me every 2 days. Tell me, we told you it's 7 days, and this is how far we are in the process.
Oh, so we keep on giving you the progress.
Exactly. Yes. And that's why people like apps where it's telling me, we have made the order, the rider is on the way, and that's what you talked about, omni-channel communication. Omni-channel is I sent an email or I called, will I get a text? If you have if I gave you my text, I gave you my email, update me. And that's what omni-channel is about, digitizing and seeing if even that person who called and they were upset, even if it was done after how long, was she called later to say, how did it go at the supermarket?
Right.
Just that. I know it was going to be later. So one, the customer wants to be talked to. And two, how using every channel possible
to make sure
so that
there's
the advice way of getting in touch with me as the customer.
If only the Kenya Police Service would take that advice. We take a short break now, but when we return, of course, the conversation still continues. Remember, the question of the day is, what has been your worst customer service experience? So please let us know via Twitter, Instagram, at K24 TV. 21222 is the number to text. And of course, the numbers to call are on your screen. We'll be right back.